Good morning, and thank you for coming today. Today, we are adding 5 fugitives to our most wanted list. These suspects are all wanted for either murder, attempted murder, or rape, and they have been chosen for the most wanted list because they are among the most violent and dangerous criminals we are seeking. The Massachusetts State Police Most Wanted List is compiled with the input of our State Police Violent Fugitive Apprehension Section, or VFAS for short, the unit responsible for finding and arresting the most dangerous wanted suspects in the state. The criminals that VFAS tracks have committed major crimes. Many of these crimes have resulted in fatal or severe injuries to their victims and to survivors. Many of these felons are actively trying to evade capture. It is one of the most dangerous and important components of our mission. We need to find these violent felons for many reasons. Primary among them is that we seek justice for the victims and for the survivors and for their families. These people have taken the lives of others and have assaulted victims in ways that cause lasting physical or emotional damage, leaving holes in families and physical or emotional wounds that may never heal. They need to be brought to justice. The second reason we need to find these fugitives is for public safety and the greater good. They have been alleged to have killed, raped, or assaulted people before. We cannot give them the opportunity to do this again. We need to take them off the streets, to pull them out of the dark corners where they tried to hide. And with the assistance of our federal, state, and local enforcement partners, and the public, importantly, we need to track them wherever they run, even across borders and oceans. Our Violent Fugitive Apprehension Section is relentless in this effort. We thank the media today for sharing the photos and descriptions of these most wanted criminals, and for the public for looking at these photos, for sharing them, and for calling us with information or sightings. We need and rely on the help of the public, and any calls to the VFAS number listed on the posters can remain anonymous. Help us find these criminals. Most importantly, help the victims and survivors they may have hurt. I will now turn it over to Detective Lieutenant Mike Farley, who will provide a brief description of each of these 5 suspects and the crimes of which they are accused. Full descriptions will be posted on our social media sites, the Mass.gov website, and our news blog, mspnews.org. Thank you. Mike?
Thank you, Colonel, and thank you, everybody, for coming today. The first individual is Mario Garcia. He's wanted for a fatal stabbing in Attleboro nearly 30 years ago, in November of 1991. He fled the area. He's actively avoiding apprehension. He has ties to his native Guatemala and to Connecticut, Georgia, and Utah. He's been at large for 3 decades almost, and we're doing everything we can at this point to find him. Number 2 is Alexander Keane Grant. He's wanted for a 2012 sexual assault in Yarmouth, in which he allegedly provided alcohol to a young female victim and then assaulted her while she was intoxicated. He defaulted on a 2014 court date in Barnstable Superior Court, fled, and he may be altering his appearance. He is an avid boater, and he typically goes by his middle name of Keane, and he has ties throughout the country, including Vermont, Rhode Island, Kentucky, and Arizona. Number 3 is Wesley Jordan Allison, and he's wanted for an armed assault with intent to murder, home invasion, and gun crimes in connection with the shooting of both a male and a female in Salem on January 24th. Both victims were shot numerous times, but fortunately they survived their injuries. There was an accomplice involved in this incident who is in custody, but Allison remains at large. He is also wanted for a shooting on New Year's Day, this January 1st, in Malden. He may go by his middle name of Jordan, and he has ties to Everett. Mr. Allison is also actively avoiding apprehension and is considered armed and dangerous. Next is Jeffrey Cancel Muniz, wanted for aggravated rape, kidnapping, strangulation, and assault that occurred in Greenfield last May. Cancel Muniz is a level 3 sex offender. He has prior convictions for indecent assault and battery, statutory rape, carrying a dangerous weapon, threats, and assault. He has been the subject of 11 civil restraining orders in Massachusetts, and he has multiple convictions for violating those orders. He goes by his alias of Chillin, and is a native of Puerto Rico, and he has ties throughout western Massachusetts. He may be staying at various homeless shelters throughout the state. Finally, Marvin Vega is wanted for fatally shooting a man in the head in Brockton this past October. His alleged accomplice was quickly apprehended, but he remains at large. Vega has a lengthy criminal history, which includes an armed confrontation with Boston police and convictions for possessing a large-capacity firearm and assault and battery on a police officer. We consider him armed and dangerous. Again, I thank you for coming, and I urge everybody to look at the wanted posters. In addition to the wanted posters, there's some supplemental posters as well on some of the individuals showing tattoos, scars, marks, and then additionally there are 5 existing most wanteds that are still up there that we are actively pursuing at this time as well. Thank you.